greatest barbecue and rocking out to the biggest stars in country music on 2 massive stages. I also got to meet country's newest rock stars, 1,000 Horses, which you can see on my blog now, eTravelRock.com. Their live performances of their hit singles Smoke and Drunk Dial were incredible. I mean, if you guys missed out, you're near or far, you better get your butts down here next summer because this is the biggest party in Chicago. Woo! My most incredible moment of the Smokeout, however, was my interview with headliner Brice. Here it is. Okay, Lee, last time we chatted, I don't know if you remember, it was on your tour bus almost 3 years ago for Oyster Fest. Do you remember that?
Yes, absolutely. And God, time flies, doesn't it?
Time flies. And just to give you a little perspective, that was right after Hard to Love had just come out. So we were chatting about that. A little bit's happened since then in the last 3 years. Tell me about this roller coaster of the last couple of years for you.
And it's been so amazing starting kind of with that record, and I got some a little bit my feet under me, and my label was like, well, look, you keep doing that, you can just keep making your music and doing your thing, and so I've been fortunate to be able to do that.
So as you said, you've had a couple number ones since then, no big deal, and one of them is I Drive Your Truck, which is such an interesting song because it made such a big impact. And it was very emotional for a lot of people and really touched a lot of people. Like, what did that song mean to you?
I've heard all these stories. Every day, somebody's got a story, their own story that they relate that song to. And so kind of all those stories are piling up in my brain, and so the song means more and more to me every night.
So now you've written a lot of songs for other artists and that have gone number one. And other artists have written songs for you that you've recorded that have gone number one. What's more satisfying to you?
It's, I'll tell you what's the most satisfying is writing something that I also record.
Yes, that would make sense.
Well, I mean, the first time that's happened was I Don't Dance. It was successful, and then I Don't Dance was kind of that first time that I was able to just be me.
Here we are, obviously, at the Windy City Smokeout, which is the biggest, most badass music festival in Chicago, I feel, of the entire year. Definitely of the summer, I think of even the entire year. Now, you are headlining the closing night. I mean, what does it feel like to be headlining this awesome festival that just keeps growing every year?
It's really special because, when we first came here, we're playing at Joe's, we're playing a smaller bar, and we only had 50 people show up, and then we grew that, and Chicago's always been so good to us, and so we're gonna bring it hard tonight.
Oh yeah. Now it's almost like kind of like that Joe's vibe though, but just on a bigger scale,
Absolutely, that's the thing, man. It's like, I don't know, Chicago really is. I'm from South Carolina, I grew up in the South, but when I first came to Chicago, I just fell in love with it.
So can you give me a little sneak peek as to what's coming up for you next?
I just finished this little project called Mixtape. It's crazy, it's wild, it's different. It'll be out like couple of weeks just to keep music coming because these days people just want more content and I want to give it to them. I got songs piled up for years.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with me. I really appreciate it. So excited for you to kill it on stage because he's going to bring it tonight, the closing act, the headliner of all Windy City Smokeout. Lee, thank you so much. Mean muggin'.
Mean muggin', thank you so much, darling. All right, baby.